This practice today is a practice for whoever is working a lot from home with their computer. Because when we do that, we tend to sit with our shoulders forward, shoulders up towards the ears, hands on the keyboard. And I mean, it's not the best position for our shoulders and our back. So we're gonna do a practice today that really reinforces all the muscles in your back that you need to keep a nice and straight spine. And we're gonna open up your chest, so you're really feeling that spacious sensation in your chest. So I hope you will enjoy it. If you have a block or even a book in this kind of size, that's great. It's just for one position and you can do it completely fine without the block as well. So don't stress too much about it. So let's get started. Let's start in a seated position, cross-legged. Grab a pillow or even your block to come up a little bit if you want to. And then just closing your eyes. Checking into your breath, checking into your body. And just rocking a little bit forward and back, side to side. Very small movement here, just to find that neutral position with our spine. Where the crown of the head is just above our sit bones. I'm really feeling that length of your spine here. And from here, we'll reach the arms up. Keep your eyes closed if it's possible. Reaching your arms up, palms together. And over your next exhale, bringing the right hand on the outside of your left knee and the left fingertips behind you. Taking a nice deep inhale to lengthen your spine, shoulders far away from your ears. And an exhale, we twist. Finding your limit here. It's the beginning of the practice, so maybe you want to go a little bit softer, especially if it's in the morning. Staying here for one more breath. With your next inhale, we're coming back to the center, reaching the arms up. And an exhale, coming over to the other side, so dropping your left hand on the outside of your right knee, right fingertips behind, making sure that shoulders are far away from your ears. So take a nice deep inhale, lengthen your spine. And an exhale, we twist a little bit deeper. 2 breaths here. One more breath. On your next inhale, coming back to the front, reaching your arms above your head. And then exhale, hands down into your heart center. And then we drop the hands onto your knees. Couple of rounds of cat and cow here, but seated. So pushing your chest forward as you lift your head up. And then exhale, we're rounding your spine. Really keep your knees here as you're rolling all the way, almost all the way down. Inhale, pushing your chest forward, lifting your head. Exhale back. Either continue like that, or see if there's any other movement that your body is asking for. Maybe circles, or maybe another twist. So just continue like that. Whatever you do, just feeling your breath. Deep breath. And then coming forward into center, sitting with a straight spine. And then we will go and drop our right fingertips down to the side with a straight arm. Dropping your head over towards your left, so the left ear goes to the left shoulder. If you want, you can also lift your left arm and place your left hand on your right ear. And just feeling how you're opening up your neck. If it's possible, keeping your eyes closed still. So keeping this moment in the beginning of the practice to just listening to your body, checking in. Coming all the way back up. And then take it over to your other side. So left fingertips down on the floor. And tilt your head over to the side. And if it's in the morning, maybe you feel a little bit stiff, then take it into your variation. Maybe the hand on top of the ear is too much and just be without the hand. Anytime you're doing yoga classes, especially online, always make sure that you're listening to your body, doing it on your own rhythm. Slowly lifting back up, hands on your knees, and taking a moment to set an intention for this practice. About opening up, about creating space. Let's drop our hands down on the floor as we open our eyes. And let's lift up into downward facing dog. Moving around a little bit here, bending one knee, bending the other. And we move forward into plank position. Keep on spreading your fingers wide. Lowering your hips, you're in one straight line. Pushing with your hands. So you're rounding your upper back here. Keeping your belly firm and belly in towards the spine. And every next exhale, we bring your right knee forward towards the right elbow. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, left knee forward. Step it back. Exhale, right knee forward. Inhale back. Bringing your left knee forward. Step it back. One more round. Exhale, right knee forward. Inhale back. Left knee forward. Inhale back. Exhale, dropping your knees down, and let's go lower all the way down to the floor. Bringing your fingertips out to the sides. And elbows pointing up. And then slowly inhaling, lifting your chest, lifting your head, and bring your gaze over your right shoulder. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, lifting up, bring your gaze over your left shoulder. Exhale, lower down. One more round. Inhale, lifting up, bring your gaze over your right shoulder. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up, bring your gaze over your left shoulder. Exhale, lower down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, coming up onto your knees, lifting back up into downward facing dog. From here, walk your feet forward, placing your feet behind your hands so they're hip width apart. Hands onto your shins, making sure your body weight is equally balanced on your feet. And then pushing your head forward, pushing your crown of the head forward. Lengthening your spine and lengthening your chest. You want to keep the spine parallel to the floor. And then exhale, fold down. Couple more times like that. So inhale, pushing with your hands into your shins as you lengthen your spine. Exhale, lower down. One more. Inhale, reaching forward, lengthening your spine, belly in. Exhale, lower down. And then inhale, we're coming all the way up, reaching your arms above your head. And then exhale, hands down into heart center. Again, we will reach the arms up, feet are hip width apart, grab your left wrist, and then pull over towards your right. Feeling how you're opening up the left side of your body. With your next inhale, coming up, and then take it over to your other side. And be careful to not collapse with the shoulder. We really want to get into the shoulder here. Slowly lifting all the way back up. And then releasing your arms alongside your body. Feet together. Arms alongside your body. And just connecting here again with your breath and start adding your ujjayi breath if that's in your practice. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reaching your arms above your head. And then exhale, folding down, drop your head. Inhale, coming up onto your fingertips or hands on your shins, you're pushing yourself back. And then exhale, 2 big steps, far back on the mat and slowly lower down. Your choice on how to lower down. And then inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we'll drop our knees down onto the ground. So we're in a tabletop position. Taking 2 big steps with your hands towards the front and sink your chest down. You can either be in this position, this puppy position, puppy pose, on the forehead or even on your shin. So find what's more comfortable for you with opening up your chest here. One more breath. And slowly taking your hands back underneath your shoulders. From here we'll reach that right arm up, opening up the right shoulder. And then exhale, slide the right arm underneath your left shoulder, drop your right ear down on the floor. So your choice here, you can either keep your hand, your left hand here wherever it is in front of you. You can bring it behind you and grab your right inner thigh. If you want to, you can also straighten your left leg. And if you want to work on your balance, you can lift the left leg straight up. So as you see, there's a lot of variations in all the different positions. Always find what suits you best today. Slowly drop your knee down if it was lifted and start finding your way back out into tabletop position. Reaching your left arm up, opening up the left shoulder. And exhale, slide the left arm underneath your right. Drop your left ear down on the floor. Same thing here, find your variation. Preferably the same thing as you did on the other side. One more deep breath. And slowly lower the knee down and coming back up into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes under, lift up into downward facing dog. Bending your knees, looking forward, and then finding your way to the front of the mat. Feet together. Inhale, reaching forward, lengthen your spine with your hands on your shins. Exhale, lower down, Uttanasana. Inhale, we're coming all the way up. And then exhale, hands into heart center, reset. Bend your knees, sink your hips down, coming into chair pose. And here we will grab opposite elbow. Make sure you are with a straight spine here. And we want to get into our shoulders rather than arching our back. So straight spine, pulling your belly in, lifting your elbows up. And keep on moving your elbows far away from the front, so moving them backwards. With your next inhale, we're releasing that, reaching arms up. And then exhale, hands into heart center. Take a nice deep inhale to lengthen your spine. And then exhale, bring your left elbow outside of your right knee. Pushing your palms together. Finding your variation, maybe you want to open your arms here. Just for one more breath. If your arms are open, bring them back together, palms together. Look down on the floor. Shift your weight over to your right foot as you lift your left foot up. Straighten the left leg behind you. And then drop down onto your left balls of your foot. From here, open your arms again if that's in your practice. So you are in a twisted high lunge. If you want, you can also find your way into a twist, into a bind, Slowly we're releasing this, reaching your arms up on your way into a normal straight high lunge. Bend your left elbow, so the left hand is behind you. And then with your right hand, go and grab your fingertips. So go and grab your hands behind your back. If that's not possible, we can grab a strap or something in between the hands. And here again, just focusing on opening up that left shoulder. One more breath. With your next inhale, we're releasing that, reaching the arms up. And then exhale, we open up for warrior two. Sinking your hips deep down. With your next inhale, flipping that front palm and take it into a reverse warrior. So reaching your right arm up and back. Gaze goes up towards the sky, keeping a long neck. The left hand can be on the left leg, or go behind and grab your right inner thigh. And then slowly lifting all the way back to warrior two. Straightening your front leg, turning the right toes forward. Hands to your hips, take a nice deep inhale, and then exhale, fold forward. Hands on the ground, take a nice deep inhale, reaching forward, and then exhale, fold. Hands to your hips, take a nice deep inhale, reaching all the way up, coming all the way up. Then opening your feet out to the sides. So toes pointing forward and back. Bring your hands together, interlacing your fingers, turning your palms around, and then give a nice stretch, opening to your fingers. From here, we can also lift the arms all the way up. Make sure we're not opening your rib cage, so we're getting deeper into your shoulders rather than the back. Shoulders are far away from your ears. With your next inhale, straighten your front, straighten your legs, releasing your hands, turning your toes forward again. Hands on your hips, take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way back down to with your head down towards the floor. Inhale, staying here. Exhale. Inhale, start walking your hands over towards your right foot. Sink your hips down. Hands into heart center. So the left toes are pointing up, getting into your left inner thigh, your left leg here. And if you have the possibility, open up your arms. Maybe even come into to a bind. And keep on pushing your chest forward and up. So see this practice as we're opening up the chest, creating space in your heart. Slowly releasing the bind if you had it. Turning to your front. Moving both toes, all the toes forward. Dropping your left knee down on the floor. And then from here, lifting your arms up, coming into a little lunge here. And then from here, hands into heart center. And then we're reaching, opening the palms and reaching the arms out to the side. Opening up the chest. Couple of breaths here. You can even lower your hips deeper down. Make sure that the right knee is on top of your right heel. Imagine you're bringing your hands together behind you. With your next inhale, reaching your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, palms on the ground. Bring that right foot back and slowly lower halfway down Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Bending your knees and looking forward. Exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, coming up onto your fingertips, reaching forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sinking your hips down, and coming all the way up into chair pose again. Grabbing the opposite elbow, but this time, grab the other direction. That direction that is uncomfortable. Sinking your hips down. And again, make sure we're not arching your back. Make sure you're really getting into your shoulders. Slowly we're releasing, lifting your arms up. And then exhale, hands into heart center. Inhale, lengthen your spine, prepare for a twist. Exhale, bring your right elbow outside of your left knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, find another variation if you want. Inhale, bring your hands back together, looking down to the floor, shifting your weight up to your left foot, lifting your right leg, and then bring the right leg straight back. Land on the ball of your right foot. So you're in a twisted high lunge. And then from here you can find your variation, opening your arms, maybe even a bind. And then slowly releasing that, lifting the arms up. And then from here we'll bend our right elbow, grabbing your hand from behind with your left. And feeling here again, here, opening up that right shoulder. Always keep a nice and long neck. Slowly releasing that, lifting your arms up. And then we open up for warrior two. I'll turn around so you see me better. So the left leg is forward, left fingertips forward. From here, flipping the front palm, reaching the left arm up and back. Maybe bring that right hand behind you and grab your left inner thigh. Keeping a steady breath. We're coming back into a warrior two. Straightening your front leg, turning your toes forward so they're parallel to each other. Hands to your hips, a nice deep inhale. And an exhale, folding down, all the way down to the floor. Hands on the floor. On an inhale, coming halfway up on your fingertips. Exhale, folding back down. Hands on your hips and lifting all the way back up. From here, we open the feet out to the side. So the toes pointing forward, pointing back. And trying always to push your knees back here. Hands into heart center, interlacing your fingers. And interlacing your fingers in your uncomfortable way. And then pushing your hands forward. Lifting your arms up. Make sure your shoulders are far away from your ears. One more deep breath. And then slowly lifting up, turning your feet forward, toes pointing forward. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Hands On the ground, take a nice deep inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, go all the way down. Staying here for 2 breaths. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, start walking your hands over towards your left foot, dropping your hips down as you lift your right toes up. Hands into heart center. Stay here or open your arms. And then again, stay here or come into a bind. Keep on bringing gaze up and open up your chest. Slowly releasing this, turning to the front, palms on the ground. Bringing all the toes forward, all the 10 toes forward. And then lifting your arms up. Sinking your hips deep down, so you're also getting this nice opening of your hip flexor, your thigh muscles. And then from here, open your arms out to the sides. And lifting your chest. Couple of deep breaths here. Really feeling how you're opening up. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then inhale, reaching your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, palms to the ground. Stepping through vinyasa, so your left foot back. Slowly lower halfway down. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, different options. Either stay here in downward facing dog and really working on straightening your spine. Or lower your elbows down on the ground and coming into dolphin pose. If you have any inversion, feel free to lift up. If you're here with me in dolphin, then just lift your right leg and bounce a little bit up and down. So try not to jump, it's just shifting your weight forward. Lower your right leg down and then lifting your left leg up. And again, just bouncing a little bit. Maybe you're not even able to lift the right foot off the ground, and it's completely fine. It's more about shifting the weight forward. Bringing some weight into your shoulders. And then when you're done with that, drop your feet down on the ground. Coming into a forearm plank. So if you were in downward facing dog, lower down onto your forearms. And then from here, lower your belly down on the ground, your hips down on the ground. Actually, your belly is off the ground as we're coming into a Sphinx Pose. So forearms are on the ground. And then from here, focusing on lifting your chest, pulling your shoulders back, pushing your chest forward. So this is considered like an easy back bend. But if you really engage your muscles where you need to, it becomes very, very intense. So really pushing yourself away from the floor. Pushing your chest forward, bringing your shoulders far back. And then slowly lower down to the ground. Arms alongside the body. Just rock your hips from one side to another here. So here we will grab that little block. If you don't have the block, completely fine without. Just reaching your arms in the front. Imagine that you have a block in between your hands. Looking down to the floor, so the neck is elongation of your spine. So just keeping a straight spine, straight neck. And then from here, lifting your arms up. Lifting your shoulders up. And then if it's possible, also lift your legs up. And imagine here that you're lifting your belly off the ground as well. So pulling your belly in towards your spine. And slowly lower all the way back down on the floor. Arms alongside your body. Rest for a moment. From here, we interlace the fingers behind the back. And again, remember that the spine, that the neck is just an elongation of your spine. So slowly lifting your shoulders off the ground, reaching your hands back. And again, maybe your legs lift off the ground. And slowly lower back down on the floor. Rest your head on the opposite side. We bend our knees, grabbing your ankles. And then start pushing your feet into your hands. And again, the neck is just an elongation of your spine. Pushing your chest forward. And then slowly release and go all the way down to the floor. From here, lifting up onto your knees and reach your arms forward. Just land in a moment in a child pose. Rocking a little side to side with your hips. You're loosen up your lower back especially. Let's come up into a plank. Nice deep inhale here in plank. And then exhale, lower down chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees looking forward, taking 2 big steps to the front of the mat. And we're coming down to seated position. Starting with your feet together, knees out to the side. We're slowing down a little bit here. Take a nice deep inhale as you open up your chest. And then exhale, fold forward. Maybe dropping your arms down on the ground. We haven't really worked so much on our hips today and our legs, so you might feel a little bit stiffness in the hips and your legs. It's completely fine. Hoping that your upper body feels nice and open. From here, open your legs out to the side. Bringing your left hand either on the outside or on the inside of your leg. Reaching your right arm up and then exhale, fold over towards the side. So be careful here to not collapse with that right shoulder. We want to keep that nice and open, bringing the gaze up. Slowly lifting all the way back up. And then take it over to the other side. So dropping your left hand, maybe on the elbow, on the outside or inside of your leg, reaching your left arm up and then exhale, folding over to the side. And slowly lifting back up. And then just reach forward. Lower all the way down. Or as far as you go. Slowly finding your way back up. Bringing your legs together. And we will lower all the way down to the floor for our Shavasana. So finding a comfortable position. Grab a blanket if you have. And always feel free to stay here for as long as you want. Arms are separated from the body. Legs are wide apart, letting your feet fall down to each side. Closing your eyes. Taking in one deep inhale. Hold the breath for a moment. Feeling all the air in your chest. And then exhale it out through your mouth. From here, coming into a natural breath. Letting your breath be soft, short, shallow. Letting it be completely natural. Without any kind of modifications. Slowly we will start to wake up. And as I said before, feel free to stay longer here. Moving your hands, moving your feet. Let's reach the arms above your head. Stretching out. And then bring your knees into your chest. Give your knees a nice deep hug. Giving yourself a nice deep hug. Rock over to any of your sides and slowly finding your way up into a seated position. Cross-legged. Or you can also sit on a block or a pillow. And take a moment here to sit in silence. Feeling your shoulders, feeling your chest. And feel the benefits of this practice inside your body. Bring your hands into heart center. I thank you very much for practicing together with me. Please let me know what you think. Reach out. I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful week ahead of you. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.